In this video, I'm going to be continuing on with the Father's Day album, and I'm going to be decorating the inside front cover and the first page and the first envelope of the album. And I'm going to start by covering the first tabbed chipboard page with paper. And I covered the chipboard itself with a liquid glue and then covered it with the paper, smoothed it out, and then sanded the edges with my sanding block to make them even, and then went around all the edges with my coffee colored archival ink. And then I punched all the holes and flipped it over and did the same thing on the other side. For the inside front cover, I am covering a tag. This is a number 5 shipping tag with pattern paper from the collection just on one side. And I am sanding the edges and inking the edges of the papers, as well as stapling them together with a Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, just to add some metal and give it a more fun, sort of put together antique look. And I'm just adding a heart that I've cut and inked from the paper, and then tiny Making Memories letters in us, and wrapping a string around the heart and then tying it in a bow. And I'm going to be putting diamond glaze on the knot to keep it from unraveling, and that gives it a sort of Love Us flavor. And I'm just going to glue the heart to the pattern paper, and then glue the pattern paper to the tag. I'm going to adhere the tag to the book with dimensional adhesive. I've added a Tim Holtz clock and key to incorporate more metal onto the page, and I'm decorating the key with fibers from my stash, and then I'm going to just trim the edge to make them nice and neat. And then that pretty much finishes off this page. You can see the finished page here, and this is the inside of the front cover. It's You're the Best, Love Us. So now I'm going to be going to the first page, the first chipboard page, and I'm just adding photo corners to my photo mat. And I'm making all the photo mats in this album 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, so that 3 by 4 photos will easily fit on the mats and can slide under the photo mats, and every single photo in the album will be the same size. So I'm going to add this die cut from the collection. It actually came on a sheet with several images that look like tags. I'm just adding it right to the page, and then adding the photo mat with the photo corners right on top of it. And I'm going to bring it closer here so you can see it. And then I'm just adding one of the Bo Bunny trinkets from the Timepiece collection that coordinate with these papers to the top corner as well. And then moving on to the next page, I cut this clock from the pattern paper in the collection, and I'm just inking the edges with that same coffee ink and then gluing it right down to the chipboard page and adding a timepiece. And then you can see where I've prepped the photo mat with the photo corners, and I'm just going to adhere it onto the page. And also I have added a piece of foam tape to half of a sticker that says Then and Now, and I've removed the sticky from the half that lays over the photo mat. And I just want to add a few buttons that have been strung with hemp to the page, and I selected the copper color buttons for this. And I'm going to add 3, and these are the Junkets buttons once again. So that is going to finish off this page. And the focus of this album is on lots of photos. There's not many journaling spots. There will be some later in the album, but it's going to focus mostly on photos. So now we come to the first envelope in the album, and I'm just taking a Prima mask, and that's a pocket watch, and Fired Brick Distress ink, and coloring the entire envelope except for where the mask is with the red ink, and then spraying it with Brick Glimmer Mist, and I did spray it very splotchy. I wanted it to have a splotchy, chunky look, so I didn't do a smooth application of the Glimmer Mist. I wanted it to look splattered. And then I'm doing the same thing on the back of the envelope. I'm just using a mask from Tim Holtz's Time, and making sure to get inside the flap as well. So I let the envelope dry, and now I'm adding another photo mat. And all the photo mats in this album are going to have the photo corners on it. And the only thing I'm putting on the front of the envelope is the photo mat itself. On the back of the envelope, I'm going to be adding some decorations. I put a piece of pattern paper from the collection there, and now I'm adding a border sticker also from the collection. I just cut a little piece of it off, and now I'm adding another one of those tags from the tag sheet in the collection, adding it right on top, creating kind of a little layers there. And I'm stamping on the pattern paper I just stamped where it says Family Memories. And then I went ahead and I went back and I stamped our snapshots and an ampersand. And the ampersand I added after I show you the close-up of the stamping here. So right now it just says our snapshots, family memories, but I will be adding an ampersand in just a second here. And first I'm going to add a key with hot glue to the page. And this is another one of those Life's Journey keys. And that's just going to add another fun embellishment. And now I'm preparing the inside of the pocket, and it's just a 3.5 inch by 6 inch piece of 2 pieces of paper stuck together and inked around the edges. And then I'm adding another photo mat for a 3x4 photo. And I'm going to add a photo mat to each side. And one side has a really intricate drawing of a bicycle, so I only added the photo mat to this page. This page was more simple, so I'm adding a sticker as well as a photo mat. And you saw there what I did is I put a little scrap of pattern paper on the part of the sticker that would lay over the photo mat so I could adhere it down and it would still easily accommodate a photo underneath. Then it goes into the envelope, and the first page and the first envelope are finished. So the album so far has the front cover complete, the inside front cover, the first page, and then the first envelope. And there's plenty of room for photos, and I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the rest.